Right, hello folks, and if you're watching this video, you will probably have come here after being defeated by the dreaded Flamelurker numerous times over and over again. You might have even got to the last third, like I did, in using whatever weapons, melee weapons or magic. But when he gets to that third phase of fighting, he just really does you in, and you just can't get past that stage. And anyway, that's how it's been for me until I had a look at a load of YouTube videos to see how they did it. In fact, this boss is the only boss I can kind of sort of read his moves, but I'm still not quick enough to get out the way. So you can see how many times I died there in this video, the intro. And I died a lot more times than that. Anyway, so in this video I'm going to show you a method. I reckon it's probably the easiest method. Well, obviously it is from me and kind of adapted from a couple of YouTube videos. I haven't seen one exactly like this. I kind of accidentally stumbled upon this, but what you will need is the thief ring. So wear the thief ring, as you can de-aggro the Flamelurker, as you can see right now. Then he comes back. All you need to do is kind of run away and put an obstacle between you and him. And you can see that I'm trying to get behind that rib cage area. If you run, like I was running back towards the fog gate entrance there, sometimes you might need to do that if he goes berserk and chases after you. But as you can see here, I'm going behind the rib cage, put some distance between us. It kind of feels like there's a little bit of an alcove in the area where I'm stood there, so if you stand back a bit, he tends to back off and then goes back to his like the center, or where you can see there, and he sort of de-aggroes and kind of resets, and now we can use our magic on him. So like I say, make sure you get the thief ring. I've equipped myself with the ring-wise, I've equipped myself with the thief ring and the regenerator ring. You shouldn't have, if you do this right, you shouldn't have too much of a problem with health. You might want to keep a little bit of health on you, but the regen ring or the regenerator ring is going to replenish your health when you're stood still anyway and out of the way. And so, and when you've got in a safe place, you can let your health come back if you do get a heavy knock. But bear in mind, the Flamelurker can cause a lot of damage. So you just watch how I'm moving there. I'm trying to sort of go around the rib cage, get some distance between me and the Flamelurker, and you can use that kind of stalagmite thing also to hide away. And with the thief ring, that will sort of de-aggro him, as you can see there, which makes it a whole lot easier. As soon as you hit him, the game's up and he sees you, and as he chases after you until you get to another safe space. And I think that's about it really. Like I say, if he goes berserk in this area, you can run towards the fog gate where you came from to the right hand side and kind of let him chase you around there in that larger alcove area, and then run back to this area where the rib cage is, and he should reset, de-aggro and reset, and if that doesn't work, just keep doing that sort of thing. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the video, all the video footage here if anybody wants to study it. And so it's 20 minutes long, roughly, and you'll see exactly what I did to beat him here. You're going to need the thief ring, otherwise he's not going to de-aggro like that. He's just going to chase you in and do what he does best, which is brutally kill people. But yeah, and that's it. So let's say all we need is the thief ring, regenerator ring, and use this that little rib cage area where we're to there, and that stalagmite thing that you can hide behind, run around that. And if you'll get a feel for how things happen, and if it does go out of sync and he's chasing you madly, just run towards the fog gate, just reiterating here, to the right hand side of the fog gate where you came in, and just kind of hide around there and use that alcove bit, come back so you've got some distance between you and him and an object or whatever, and Bob should be your uncle. And then when he's in that position, as you can see there, you can fire some magic at him. I'm going very cautious here, so I'm like just firing one burst of magic each time. But if you're feeling more confident, you might be able to squeeze a couple in there. You'll probably be able to use the bow as well. Well, you will be able to use the bow. I'm using the magic. You just like, you know, just lock on him when you're ready to fire, and then lock off when you're like running away. But yeah, such a pain. I mean, it's like crazy because I get to that sort of like last third. It seems like it's got 3 phases, 3 patterns of fights, and then just goes berserk on that last third. And it's like you almost get there. I reckon I got about, say, 8/10 of the way, 80% of the way, and I'd still end up dying. And it seems like if you run away from him and you're facing away from him, it seems like he's just on your tower. You need to sort of like keep facing him, and it seems to create a little bit of distance. But of course, it's easier said than done. And at this stage, I'm a bit of a novice, so this video is going to be for rookies and novices like myself that can't beat some bosses, and especially the Flamelurker with a melee weapon, or even like, you know, magic and bows, without the thief ring. So I'm not sure if people do use the thief ring while they are attacking him with melee weapons, swords, etc. I don't know, but yeah, the thief ring certainly makes this a lot easier, and you can get breaks and rest in between times, so either use the regenerator ring or heal up when you've got time to do so. Without that thief ring, when you're fighting, well, you'll know this already, you've hardly got any time to heal. You do have a little bit of time, and it does take a lot of skill, and of course you can, if you're like me, you want to sort of progress through the levels because you just want to see the next stage, and it's such a beautiful game, and it's just an amazing experience to play this game, and it's just like sort of being in a fantasy painting type of thing, or a fantasy film. It's just amazing. So if you're like me, you want to see the next level of art and all that type of thing, or the art of the next levels is just unbelievable, the graphics and all that sort of thing. So I mean, also, like, I'm not too bad on like your usual encounters, you know, your regular encounters with the main enemies, but when it comes to bosses, it's like the difficulty seems to jump so high, and I find it quite hard to read a lot of the bosses at this stage. Although I will say, like, I've played the Flamelurker so much that I sort of read his moves, but I haven't developed the skill to do anything about it. So I'm going to get a couple of shots in there just beyond that rib cage. I think he might have been changed. Yeah, he's getting to the stage where he's changing now, so we're on that second third, so his behaviours might change. You'll notice that as you go along, so you might have to adapt a little bit, but it's pretty much the same principle, movements all the way through. So yeah, I just beat Old Monk, the AI version. I actually found that quite hard at the level I am at, but I think I'm getting better now because I did actually beat that boss with a melee weapon, sword. I'm favouring the scimitar sword at the moment. That's what I got used to, and I sort of levelled it up with the blacksmith. The blacksmith at the Nexus, and levelling up with the blacksmith at the smithy grounds. Because you can only level so far, I think, with the blacksmith at the Nexus, and then you'll have to start levelling up certain items with the blacksmith at the smithy grounds. I don't think there's anything more to add. I don't think. So yeah, so anyway, I'll leave this video running. I don't think there's anything more to add at this stage, so I'll leave this video running if anybody wants to sort of study the moves at this stage and they're finding it difficult to defeat the Flamelurker. I'd go as far to say this is probably the easiest method that you'll find on YouTube to beat the Flamelurker. unless you're like got some special way of leveling up your character early to a great extent. But I'm not sure about that. So anyway, I'll leave it here, and you can watch the video in peace without me waffling on. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, hope this helps, and we'll see you soon.